Hi everyone, good morning. So I'm wearing a nice summery dress today, mainly because I noticed with my blood pressure being a little elevated, my body feels hot. It feels like, not like you have a fever, but it just feels hot. So I'm keeping the temperature cool in my apartment and I'm dressing warm. I have my bracelets on today, my terahertz bracelet, my pearl bracelet, and the jasper bracelet. So those are the bracelets I'm wearing, and my pendant, and then my cross. So that's the jewelry I'm wearing. I took off my earrings. I took off my amethyst earrings, but I'm just dressing cool because that's what I noticed with the blood pressure being elevated. For some reason, my body feels very hot. And what I'm doing for my water, I drink 2 glasses of water in the morning like I usually do when I wake up. And then I just pay attention to my body. So if I feel like I need to drink more water, I drink more. If I feel like it's too much, I drink less. But I try to maintain at least 8 glasses of water a day. With this, I'm trying to put it at 10 glasses of water a day. And also I watched a video last night on the hibiscus tea. And that's supposed to be really good for helping with your liver, with your heart, with reducing the fat around the heart and the liver. So that's a good idea. Like when I read up on it, I didn't know how many benefits it had. But the video was very nice. It's not recommended for people with low blood pressure because it can make you feel dizzy and it reduces your response times. But I started drinking that 2 days ago, the hibiscus tea. And my jewelry, I chose the jewelry I'm wearing because I've read up on the different gems and how they affect the body. And also, I know that there's been years ago when I lived at Rosewell Gardens, my mother told me my dad's cousin was suggesting I go into becoming a sister. And I told her then, and I made it clear to everyone, I'm not interested in going into a religious life. I wanted to have my own family, my own career, and that's not the path that I want to go on. So I'm glad that I made the choices I did to persevere in my career and to upgrade my skills, to take on my music and to re-engage with my music, because the music really helps me. It helps with my coordination, it helps with my brain function, it also helps with my heart. And so in life, people can make their decisions of how they think your life should go. But at the end of the day, this is my life. It's not anybody else's life. And if I wanted to become a nun and to be celibate, I would have made those choices. I would have made them a long time ago because I've been affiliated with the Jesuits and the Sisters and everyone for a long, long time. And I've had a lot of time to make those decisions and to discern them. And even at Regis College, the priests that accompanied me and the sisters, none of them suggested, oh, why don't you think about becoming a sister? It's not the life I want for myself. I want to travel. I want to have a career of my own. I want to have a property of my own. And my dreams are not other people's dreams. I've never forced anyone to live their life my way. And I've had to cope with everything on my own. So my sister and my brother have been very fortunate because when they needed my mother, she was there for them. She was there for my sister when my sister had her first child. She came here from Zimbabwe. She spent time with her. I went all the way back from South Africa to be with my brother for his 21st. I didn't have to do that. But the family there and the community there organized the 21st for him. So I dropped everything and I went home to be with him because I loved him. And I spent that birthday with him. He missed my mother, But whenever the family get together, I'm left out. I'm made to seem like I'm the problem, like I'm the reason my mother has all the problems. And I've told her, you know what, I should have left you in Zimbabwe, because every time I need people to be there for me, to visit, to call, to come over and just be with me, nobody's there for me. So I cope with everything on my own. And their idea of a solution is for me to go to the hospital. So, and that's not the way I've treated them. Whenever they've been sick or there's been a problem, I've always gone, I've visited, I've spent my time, I've spent my money. Their idea is just to send money and you get on with your life. So I've separated myself from them now because I can't deal with that anymore. When you give love, you want to receive love. And even when my brothers come, I've always made time. I've gone to visit them because I love them. So obviously I want to see them. But when the family organizers get-togethers in Prospect or wherever, they leave me out. And it's done deliberately. So that also impacts my health. And I just said, you know what, I can't take it anymore. And when you ask them what's the reason, they don't have a reason to give you. So I'm just moving forward with my life, and I'm not going to look back. I'm not going to look back because their idea of me going into the church, going into the priest, even becoming a priest in another denomination, it's not what I want for my life. I always wanted to work in a good job, have a stable career, and I haven't had that. I haven't had that in Canada. At least in England, before I came, I had at least a full year or two with Bovis Lend-Lease. Here I haven't had any stability, and so this is also contributing to my health problems. So I'm hoping this next job that I get, I'll be able to stay in. I still have a lot of working years ahead of me, and I'm not somebody that's looking for early retirement. There are people who are in their 80s who don't want to retire, and they like to work, and I'm like that. I want to work, and I want to earn my income, and I want to be independent. I want to have my own income coming in. And whenever I have money, I don't take it and waste it on gambling or doing stupid things. I invest it if I can, or I use it to pay my bills. So I'm somebody who's responsible. I'm somebody who has made my place in this community in Canada. And I'm somebody that the young people in my church look up to. And if I can do all that and do it on my own, I don't see why things shouldn't fall into place for me. We always get attacks coming against us. It doesn't matter if you're old or young. Everybody goes through difficulties in life and through hardships in life. And it's how we deal with those challenges that makes us or breaks us. And I'm not giving up. I'm like my dad. I'll fight till the end. And I've told my mother that too. I'll fight till the end for my life. Nobody's going to control my life and take me and put me in Sunnybrook and leave me there to rot. I'm not willing to have that. And that's why even with the investigation, I got a lawyer. Because I don't deserve to have my life taken away from me. I never took my mother's life away from her. I never told her, oh, don't go to Canada. She's the one that said she didn't want to come here. When her grandchildren were growing up, she didn't want to come. I used to tell her, why don't you go? Go and live with Anita and Stuart, and because you're always sitting and crying for her anyway. And even when I go and visit her, she's always sitting and crying for my sister and my brother. So I told her, why don't you go? Because when I come to visit you, you sit and cry for them about what they're going through or what they didn't do for you. So why don't you go? Go and live with Anita, or go and spend a week with her, or go and book your ticket and go and spend time with my brother, because I don't feel appreciated when I come. Because I'm just sitting and hearing about either her husband's family or sitting and hearing about my sister and my brother. So why should I make the time and go there? Because obviously it's not about me. If you want to build a relationship with someone, focus on that person. Or you want to sit and talk about their sister, their brother, what's happening with somebody else, they're not going to want to come and see you. I also got tired of it, because when they come here, I lay the table, I have everything nicely laid out, I put on a spread for them, or I take them out, I take them to restaurants. They're sitting and telling me what they did for their birthdays, how they went out, how they spoiled their families, how they spoiled their friends, and how they paid for everything. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm glad you did that for them. What am I supposed to say? So I've just given up explaining to people that I also am important. I also want to have my career take off. I also want to earn those big salaries, over 60,000 a year. I'm tired of it. My sister's traveled with a company. I've never had the opportunity to do that. And the decisions I did make, like when I worked on the camp in America, I was put down for. My uncle put me down for it. Why don't you get a proper job? Why do you go and work on this camp? I said, well, you did it. He's like, well, that was in our summer breaks. We already had careers. I said, you know what? In where I come from, in South Africa, people are encouraged to do this. You're encouraged to do it while you're young, while you're fit, while you're able to get the visas, to apply for the Kentucky tours and to go. And I couldn't do it when I was in university. So from the time I was a little girl, this is what has been happening. Whatever I want to do, they don't like. Whatever I want to suggest, they don't like. So I've done it anyway, and I'm happy with the decisions I've made. Because if I didn't make them, I would be nobody, see nobody, have no relationships. I wouldn't have had any of the experiences I've had, including working on the camp in America or going on a working holiday, because I was always discouraged. Or if I did do it, it's like, well, we just didn't think you could do it. It was the same way when I graduated here in Canada. It was the same thing when I got my HR designation, and I'm tired of it. Because if the family and everybody keeps talking about me like that, how do they expect the people in the community to see it? Because the people in the community don't see me that way. Damian Howard didn't see me that way. And even the Jesuits were saying, oh, she was so close to Damian, how come they don't stay in touch? Well, that's not on me. I wrote to Damian. If he doesn't want to write back, that's not on me. So I did everything right. And this is my heart, and I know it. Because if it wasn't my heart, my doctor wouldn't be sending me for special tests for my heart. I watched my dad go through it. I went to all the doctor's examinations with him. And I'm not willing to let people take my life and my decision-making away from me. It's time that things changed. I deserve better. And my faith is strong. I'll fight till I die, whether it's against the family or anybody else, because I deserve better from everybody.